It's Mark Lobiter here watching Muscle Sport TV.
Day one still here at the Arnold Expo, brought to you by OldSchoolIron.com. They are the title sponsor of all our coverage from here, and we are here with Rita West, female bodybuilder, at the Blood Iron Barbell booth. That is a fucking cool name, I gotta tell you that.
Thank you very much. It actually has to do with family. I'm a very, it's a small power gym, and I've kind of nurtured a special environment for a long time, so the Blood Iron had to do with, there's like a saying that goes underneath that not all family shares the same blood. So it's kind of like blood,
That's cool. It's deep, and like you said, it has a meaning. So it's not just something that you came up with on a T-shirt. That's pretty cool. Mikey sent me a picture. Mikey Crazy Hawks, one of our guys, part of our MSM team, and he sent me the picture. This one right here. Now I'm not gonna lie, that's a hell of a fucking ass you got there. What fucking ripped glutes? How do you get that? I know how guys get it. It's harder for women to get that. How do you get that? What kind of movements do you do?
Pure, like, stubborn will is what that is. That is, unwavering diet and cardio and just no excuses, no cheating.
And clench exercises?
I don't do clench exercises. No, I squat.
Okay. No, because that's impressive. That's a phenomenal physique. You have all inked up. I mean, you have a great look to you. The haircut's very unique. What made you decide to go this route with yourself? Yeah, I want to get big. I want to get inked up. I want to get ripped. I want to have my hair. What was the whole process?
I've always liked just being bigger. I like the big muscular. The more muscular I got, the more I liked it, so I just kept going. I was a power lifter for a long time. Just injuries is what sent me to the bodybuilding. And but I'm a little bit more of a unique person, and kind of like doing things my own way, and so I've kind of put my own personality spin on everything. And the tattoos and the hair was my take on what I wanted it all to look like.
Yeah. It's definitely catchy. I mean, I definitely dig it. It's cool stuff, and obviously you could see the stuff that you guys have for sale here at the Arnold. Give her out the website where they can find your apparel and go purchase it.
Yes, www.bloodironbarbell.com. And then click on the button for the stores.
And what's your Instagram?
boss.bitch.x.
boss.bitch.x. Pretty fucking cool. And she plays the part, looks the part, and that ass is incredible. Great job, Rita. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tell you about diet and food drugs and all that stuff.
Branch said it, Jay said it, that I would enjoy this part of the industry and competing. And once I retired, and I didn't really believe it, but now that I'm not competing in the stages.
USFL Extra Point Week 3 edition. Joe Pietaro here live from Birmingham, Alabama. Great weekend, and Tampa Bay Bandits, 10 seconds left, squeak out with a field goal, 27-26. Great win for Coach Todd Haley, who dedicated the game ball to his daughter, who was graduating college on the same day, and insisted Dad come to the game, not to her college graduation, but leave with a win, and that's what Coach Haley did. Great win for Tampa Bay. Tough loss for the Gamblers. Key second half turnovers were the story last night right here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, where the Birmingham Stallions defeated the New Orleans Breakers 22-13 to remain undefeated. First loss of the season for New Orleans. Hard-fought game, 10-6 at the half, and the Stallions and their home crowd, this place was jam-packed last night. It was loud, it was having a lot of fun, and there was some really exciting plays. But 22-13, Stallions remain undefeated back in USFL 2.0, the reincarnation of the league from 1983 through 85. And in Game 3 of the weekend, Sunday, the early game right here, May 1st at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. 24-0 Michigan Panthers, completely one-sided affair against Pittsburgh Maulers. Michigan Panthers quarterback Paxton Lynch started out the game quick, left the game with an ankle injury, but Shea Patterson came in and finished up for him. 24-0, a complete whitewash of the still winless Pittsburgh Maulers. We're here pregame at Protective Stadium waiting for the start of the evening. Fourth and final game of the weekend, Week 3, United States Football League season. The Philadelphia Stars and New Jersey Generals on the field warming up now, as you can see behind me. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. local time here, and we'll keep you updated on MSM. Right here from Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, as the New Jersey Generals warm up behind me before their contest tonight. The fourth and final contest of the weekend, USFL Week 3 against the Philadelphia Stars. The Battle of the Turnpike, I guess this one should be called. But great games all weekend long. Obviously, the Stallions game last night was the marquee matchup. They remain unbeaten over the Breakers. Tonight's matchup should be an interesting one. Both teams come into this 1-1 North Division. Let's see who starts to go towards the top. Back in the old days, the Generals and Stars had a good rivalry going, although it was the Baltimore and Philadelphia Stars. They moved, even though they were very successful. So let's see how this version of the Philadelphia Stars does. This team, obviously, the New Jersey Generals, known for Donald Trump being their owner, also with Herschel Walker, Doug Flutie at quarterback, and supposedly Jim Kelly. Yes, if you look at the cover of Sports Illustrated, 1986, before the USFL folded, Jim Kelly was in a New Jersey Generals uniform. They had merged the Gamblers with the Generals, but it never happened in real life because the league folded after the antitrust lawsuit, which they won, and they got $1, but it was really $3, but that's a story for another day. 10-3 Philadelphia at the half. Could definitely be a different game. 2 missed field goals by New Jersey and a 50-plus yarder made by New Jersey. And the one touchdown that Philadelphia scored, it was one of those freaky plays where the defender fell right over the receiver who hit the ground, never touched him. He got up and scampered into the end zone. It was 10-0 Philly. Jersey hits a field goal late in the second quarter, and they go into the locker room 10-3. Stars right here at Protective Stadium. Generals right there, 24-16. Generals improved to 2-1. Philly falls to 1-2. Great game, 10-3 Philly at the half. Generals held them to 31 yards rushing in the game. That's not in the quarter, not in the half, the game. So excellent job by the defense of the New Jersey Generals, grinding it out, running back. Victor just completely dismantled the Philadelphia Stars, got through first and second level, had an excellent game, and definitely was one of the stars of the game. And Philly dropping to 1-2, Jersey 2-1. Finishing out Week 3 USFL right here, Protective Stadium, Birmingham, Alabama. Joe Pietaro from Muscle Sport TV. Here live at ProFit Deer Park NY Gym with one of their trainers, and you've seen him in the magazine and Anthony Tuminello's column, Steve Arnone. Steve, thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me, Joe. I appreciate it.
So what's been going on over here? Last time we were here, we had Anthony's launch party with the cover. It was about a year and a half ago. So what's been happening since then? I know we did a transformation story on you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do over here, and what's going on at the gym.
So basically, when I got started, I began personal training with Anthony as one of his clients. He's the one who really got me going with everything. We started at a big time weight. I was about 315 pounds. We knew we needed to do something to change because my health was declining mentally and physically. So we needed to do something, which led to me then getting more involved in the weight loss aspect instead of just banging weight around. From there, I kept learning through Anthony, figuring out what worked, what didn't work for me personally. And then now we've kind of carried it over into my own personal training career. Because I have that experience of being there. I've been there, I've done that. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that weight loss. I can connect with some of these people. So now it's just great getting to work with all those types of individuals.
That's pretty cool how you ended up not only getting in shape, getting in contest shape. We haven't approached that yet, which we will. But also, you're a trainer, and like you said, you can relate to a lot of these clients that may be in the same situation as you. How long after the weight loss started did you say, hey, wait a minute, maybe I can get on stage?
So really, when I first decided that I needed to lose weight, one of my main goals and inspirations was of competing. So right from the very jump, I decided that that was kind of going to be like one of those big hurdles I wanted to accomplish. So I started in about 2014, and my first show was in 2017.
So a couple of years into it, and how many shows have you done total?
I've done 5 shows now.
And you said you're in prep for one. Tell us about this latest one.
So now we're 6 weeks into the current prep. I'm going to be doing the MPC Garden State Championships, and that'll be June 25th out in Jersey.
And are you training yourself for this, or you have somebody training? Is Anthony training you for it?
Yeah, I have Anthony still doing all my nutrition protocols, cardio, all that. I just handle some of like the actual physical training aspects. And then, yeah, it's a great combo.
Now you're in regular bodybuilding or classic?
I do classic physique.
Classic physique you do?
Yes.
And what class are you in as far as weight goes and height and stuff like that?
So with classic physique, like you said, your weight is based off of your height. So I'm about 5'10" and a half, so that puts me in class C. So my weight limit is 205 pounds.
That's pretty low. You got to be really lean because that height. I know that's kind of a difficult position. That classic physique has that measurements, that scale. How do you get down that low with such a and not lose quality size?
Yeah, honestly, we give ourselves time. In the beginning, we did some rush preps where you do pull away at a little bit of muscle trying to get in that shape. Now we allot ourselves 16, 18, even last year I did 20 weeks. That way we could really kind of take our time with it and lose, like you said, the good weight and not getting rid of any quality muscle. But yeah, it's definitely a trip having to cut down from that weight because I usually walk around at about 250. So for me, when I'm on stage, like condition shape, I am about 204 and a half.
That's a hell of a drop on that, and to keep the quality muscle and the dryness, obviously, it's got to be quite the challenge. Now, are you happy with classic physique, or do you ever see yourself possibly maybe competing in the bodybuilding division?
Well, ideally, like when I started my journey, I don't even think classic physique was a thing yet. So my original goal was bodybuilding. So I've done 2 shows where I did a crossover, and I did classic and bodybuilding. Honestly, I love them both. Just for me right now, if I did bodybuilding, I'm going to be 20 pounds less than the biggest guy in my class. So I'll stay in classic for now, where I could be at the top of my weight cap. And then I'm sure in, honestly, probably another year, I'm not even be able to make 205 with added muscle. So then we'll probably transition to more bodybuilding.
It definitely it's a crossover, and it's a little difficult in the NPC ranks because, like you said, you're competing guys in your height and weight. I mean, they're a lot. They're big guys. But even like a 212 kind of thing for you down the road, let's just looking ahead with eyes open on it, that would be a kind of a tough weight for you to probably get if you ever swapped over to bodybuilding, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking for me to be competitive in bodybuilding, I'm going to either have to stay in classic and really kind of refine my size without adding too much, or take some good time off to be able to go into like the top of the heavyweight class in bodybuilding around 220, 225. That's a lot of quality muscle to add. That's going to take some years.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a tough thing because of your height and what you're walking around weight. But I think the way they've done classic physique, I think they've honed it a little better. I think when it first came out, I wasn't digging the boxer briefs. So it's really like the way the old, I always say, Arnold style bodybuilding. How do you feel with that?
That's exactly how I describe it now when people ask. I say it's basically you have bodybuilding, which is more of the bikini trunks, and then you have classic, which more of you think of, like you said, Arnold. So not like that long boxer short. That there was nothing really classic about that. It hit our legs. It just didn't work. So they kind of adjusted that, gave us the smaller trunks, gave us a little bit more room in the weight cap. Because my first show, I had to make weight at, I think, 197 and a quarter. So they did. They gave us like another 7-8 pounds so far. Yeah. And then at the pro level, I believe you get another 7 on top. So that would be, like you said, around 212 at a pro level.
Tell us a little bit about ProFit, what you're doing here, and how people can get a hold of you if they want to come here and use you as their trainer.
So I'm the head personal trainer here on staff at ProFit. If you guys are interested in working with me or anything like that, you could contact me on Instagram. My name is @Arnone65, ARNONE 65 on Instagram. You could always direct message ProFit. Our owner Alex is great. She gets back to everybody. Or you could always just stop right in, and I'm basically here every day.
Steve Arnone, head trainer right here, ProFit, Deer Park, New York.
This is West Coast Johnny, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV.